Today we are going to work on learning how to automatically insert the date on a Word document and also a chart on a Word document. So the first thing you want to do is open up Office 365. And please excuse my voice, I am a little hoarse. Once you open up Office 365, you can get to Microsoft Word, as we will be working in Word today, by using Apps and clicking on Word. That is one option to find Word and then create a blank document. Or you can just search Word at the bottom of your search area near the Windows icon, and then you can open up Word here. You see it populated, and there you are with Word and a blank Word document. So those are the two ways in which you can open Word up. Now, once you have clicked on to create the blank new document, we are going to take notice to the many tab options we have. Now, Microsoft Word is very extensive with some of the things it can do. But today we'll be focusing on Insert, the Insert tab. So if you notice, you have Home and you have File and you also have your Insert tab. Please make sure that your auto save option is turned on. You want to automatically save in case something happens and you lose the document. You want to make sure that you can retrieve it. Also, if you notice in this area here, there is the option to type the file name. I decided to name it Chart Assignment so that I know what assignment I am working with. So if you click there, it will populate for you to be able to type the name in there. So again, today we will be working with inserting. So we need to make sure we have the insert option highlighted. Now, what I've noticed is some computers are totally different. For some, it actually says insert the date and time. For my computer, there is a small calendar there. Once you click on that calendar, it will show you your options. If you want to just insert today's date, if you want the day, the date, and the year, if you want it to just kind of look like a month, day, year, and using numbers. We also have a time date stamp if you wanted to use that. So I'm going to insert a few of these just so you can see it, but understand that in most cases only one would be used. But I have it this way. I'm going to press enter, and this is for example purposes only. If I wanted the time and date stamp with the date on it, I can have it this way. And also, you see the difference. There's our time and date stamp. So I am going to delete these. Again, I just wanted to show you what your options are. And I'm just going to use a regular classic date of September 28th, 2025. Now, if this font size is okay with you, that's fine. But one option you do have is to enlarge the font. I am going to enlarge it for the sake of the video, but how did I do that? I can highlight it, and once I left click and highlight, I'll have the option to make some changes automatically. That is one way in which we can increase our font size. Okay? Another way we can increase our font size is going to the Home tab and highlighting it again and using our font size to make it bigger or smaller. Again, I'm going to use, for the sake of the video, a slightly larger than normal font, as I just want it to be seen during the recording. So toggle back over to your Insert tab and press Enter on your keyboard. I am going to press enter 2 times. This assignment is going to consist of inserting charts. So, once you are on your Insert tab, you should have a chart option right there. Once you choose your chart option, many options are going to present to you. For the sake of our assignment, we will only be inserting a column, a line, a pie, and a bar chart. Those are going to be the 4 charts we are using. There are many others, but today those are the 4 that we will be using for the sake of this assignment. Now if you notice, when I click on my column chart, for example, I have many options on how it will present, including a 3D column chart. So just understand that depending on your design that you'd like to use, you have options. Okay, so here we are, and here's our bar. So I am going to go back to my column, and when you hover over it, it will present larger so you can see what you're presenting. I'm going to go ahead and click open because this is the one I'm going to choose for today. Now the editing methods that I am going to use are the same across the board for the 4 charts that I presented to you. When you insert the chart, you will notice an Excel spreadsheet will pop up. This Excel spreadsheet is automatically linked to the Microsoft chart as these charts are pre-made. But that's great because it actually allows for you to quickly make a chart. So notice category 1 is here and category 1 is in the Excel spreadsheet. So let's say I wanted to make category 1 a totally different subject. Let's use sports. So let's say football. When I remove category 1, you'll notice and type in football, you'll notice it will update at the bottom. Then I'm going to take category 2 and I'm going to make it basketball. So you'll just click in that box and type what you'd like the category to be. And if you notice, category 2 has changed to basketball. And then let's say category 3 is going to be baseball. And you will notice the categories will update accordingly. And then we have here where we can get to the bottom for category 4. You can just click in there and scroll down. And let's make it hockey. And there you have 4 different categories: football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. Okay, all of these are here now, and so on with the editing. You find the number match to edit. So if you need to change the numbers, you can do so here. Now, let's speak about the series. Well, I want my football to be green as it's matching. So then I can change this here to, let's say, football. Notice also that my series has matched football. So now I know when I look at this color what bar it corresponds with. Okay. Then we have our baseball. Basketball. And we're going to say orange is basketball. And then I will know that the orange data here is basketball data. And so on with the changing of the numbers. Okay, so it will correspond accordingly. And it's just a matter of editing it to meet your need. Okay, if you noticed, when I change my numbers, it will respond accordingly too. So just keep in mind, these items are linked with the data from the spreadsheet. Okay? So now that you've done that, what if you'd like to change the color? Well, let me touch upon something else before I move on. If you X this out and you're wondering, well, how do I get my data sheet back? You must click on the chart and click on Edit Data. Give it a second, it will spin, and the data spreadsheet will come back to you. Alrighty? So make sure if you X out on this and you need to get that data information back to edit it again, click on the chart. This area will appear and you have an edit data option there. So that's how you will retrieve that. You have not lost it. Now let's talk about color. Here we have a color scheme that I may want to change. So click on the little paintbrush, click on color, and you will be offered many color schemes, and you can choose the one that you like. Now keep in mind, every other color will edit with the scheme. Another item I'd like to discuss is making sure you give your chart a title. Okay, so once you click in the chart title area and get your font in there, you can just back up and put, let's say, sports, uh, statistics. Alrighty. So we have our sports statistics chart. We have our color coding. We know how to change it. And these are the most important items. Now, if you need to add another chart underneath this, you're going to put your cursor at the end of this chart. You may see my cursor blinking. Make sure it's at the bottom though. Okay? And then you're going to press enter. So let me get my cursor in the appropriate space. So you make sure you have your cursor in the appropriate space where you'd like to insert the next chart. Click on insert. Then you are going to choose a chart and move on to your line chart. Take a good look if this is the one that you want and insert it. And if you notice, our Excel spreadsheet came up the same way as the other, and you already have an idea how to edit it and how to also change the colors. Remember, we're going to click on that paintbrush, click on color, and change our colors and edit the data. And you will proceed the same way for each chart. Find the space where you want to insert the additional chart. My cursor is here. I press enter on my keyboard. I get my cursor down there. I make sure I'm on my insert tab. Insert an additional, let's go with a pie chart if I want to make it 3D. Give it a second to load, and voila, there's our pie chart and our color schemes options, and there we have it. And you can edit it accordingly again. Once this is done and you have all 4 charts per the assignment as listed in our LMS system Canvas, you are going to click on File. You are going to save a copy. Please do not share the document with me. I would like you to learn how to download the copy. If you're going to keep it on your actual computer, you must choose this PC. It already has its name because we've done that already. And choose a folder that you are going to put it in. So, or you can create a new folder. For me, I'll create Computer Solutions. Okay. Now that I've created my Computer Solutions folder, there it is. That's where I want it to go. Notice my path. I'm going to go to Documents, CTE Competencies, Computer Solutions. Let's go ahead and save it. So it's in Documents, CTE Competencies, Computer Solutions. And I will save it there. Now once I am ready, I'm going to go back to my Canvas. Let me open that. I am going to find my Computer Solutions assignment under my class. Under Assignments, you can type it in. If you don't see it, you can type in Chart by clicking on Assignments over here, and here's the assignment. Once you do that, I will have to go into View as a Student, but you view as a student. In my case, you will see it as a student, and I would then begin to upload the document, search for it on my computer, under Documents. In my case, it was CTE Competencies was the path, Computer Solutions folders in there, and there's my chart assignment, and I would upload it and submit it. Now notice it says this assignment is in use. I'm glad that happened because you must close the assignment in order to upload it. Otherwise, the computer will not allow for the upload. Once you see that it's fully attached, then you can go ahead and submit the assignment. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to reach out to me on Teams with any additional questions that you have. And here we are, the finished complete product and assignment, submitted and edited it. First example here, four charts need to be inserted. Please change the color on every chart and upload it. Save a copy and upload it in Canvas.